A shocking investigation by the New York Times finding dozens of women who chose sperm donors, IVF, to help them have families, have now discovered their doctor is actually their child's biological father. Joining me now, Melissa Brisman, reproductive attorney. How does this happen, first of all, in the world of IVF?
Well, most of these cases are going to be old, and from the proliferation of at-home DNA kits like 23andMe that you can get online. And in the past, fresh sperm was much better than frozen, and there were very small amounts of regulation around sperm donation. There were no sperm banks. You just went to your OBGYN or your local fertility specialist, who was maybe a small office, and it was pretty easy for sperm mix-ups to happen or for doctors to use their own sperm. So there are a number of these cases, but I wouldn't say it's widespread. It's not like every doctor is using their own sperm.
No.
Right?
The New York Times, and I just want to read a part of what they wrote. Their mothers chose donor sperm. The doctors used their own. With the advent of widespread consumer DNA testing, instances in which fertility specialists decades ago secretly used their own sperm for artificial insemination have begun to surface with some regularity. 3 states have now passed laws criminalizing this conduct, including Texas, which now defines it as a form of sexual assault. Now, while these laws in some of these states, which include Indiana, California, Texas, as I just mentioned, have protected perhaps this happening to future victims, future women, what does it do for the women who have been inseminated by their doctors?
Well, the women who have been inseminated are mostly going to be older cases, right? So a lot of these men are going to be dead, right? So because if someone is finding out their 26-year-old or their 28-year-old child is going on these at-home DNA kits, so that means the parents are probably in their 50s, or doctors a lot of time are in their 80s.
Yeah.
So their damages are going to be hard to collect.
This is a sick question, but I just want to ask it. If they are still alive, a paternity test that proves that the doctor is the father, do they have any paternal rights legally?
Probably not.
Okay.
First of all, most of these kids are adults, right?
I know.
So there's, what kind of legal rights are they going to have? You can't have legal rights to an 18-year-old.
No.
There could potentially, I suppose, be some inheritance issues if they were wealthy. But that would be a stretch, maybe a law school question.
Yeah, a very creepy scenario. Melissa Brisman, thank you very much for talking to us. This is an odd one.